Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach, and this is my review of Spider-Man and Wolverine issue number 5. And as you can see here, there are so many good comics out that it's overwhelming. I literally can't keep up with them, especially when I have to keep up with all the good movies and streaming shows and video games. It's overwhelming in a good way. When I used to review, it was because things were really bad, and I felt that the industry needed some really harsh criticism to get better. Now that things are good, I was like, okay, things are good, and I'll just read comics. That's fun. The problem is that YouTubers, there was just a video today, 2025 Marvel is worse than 2018 Marvel. And the examples were ridiculous. The examples were rumors that Bendis is coming back. Then, not even a rumor, just like and he's going to bring back Chelsea Kane. It's like, okay. Is he going to bring back Mags too? Like, we just make up stuff, cherry picking random things. Oh, they killed off the Silver Surfer to replace him with the female version. Okay, that's one thing out of dozens of good books that come out every month. I have a funny feeling Nora and Rad will return. But now the reason to review comics is because there's an entire industry of bums and tourists selling despair to depressed middle-aged Republicans, telling everything's worse, everything's terrible. Things aren't just terrible; they're actually worse than they ever were. No, the fuck they aren't. And when I say things are better, that doesn't mean they're perfect. It means they are improved. In that the industry as a whole is improved. Now, I will say Marvel is lagging. It's lagging behind DC. It's lagging behind the indies. That's basically because it's become a corporate gig. If you know anything about tech, there's a period in a company, it kind of went viral a few years ago, where mostly men create the company, the product, the app, whatever. And they're there through all the difficult times. And then when it becomes really good and fashionable and profitable to work there, then they say, why don't you have more women here? So you end up with a bunch of corporate girlies, which they work in marketing. They went viral a few years ago before some massive layups. They were shooting hoops. They were doing these TikToks about a day in the life of working at Google. And they did nothing. They did like snacks, meals, like nap rooms, massages. They would have like laundry. And it's like, your work day had no actual work. Well, Marvel is now that, but like without the layoffs. So it's like second and third generation milkshake girls. It's just a corporate gig. That's what Stephanie Phillips is. She's a corporate hire. So they don't have goddamn lunatics like T. Franklin. They don't have severely autistic men like Mags Visaggio. They don't have learning disabled women like Vita Ayala and Danny Lore. They just have like Stephanie Phillips. But every week there are 1 or 2 Marvel books that are good, in addition to 5 to 10 good indie and DC books. So this is the 5th issue. It's kind of they don't bill it as the end of an arc, but it kind of is. They take care of this villain, Dread Shadow, or he kind of takes care of himself. But then they have an insight. So it's Kari Andrews back, which I'm very, very, very excited about. They had what was it? Sandoval? Something. They had another guy who subbed in for him, and honestly, I didn't hate it. Like, he was pretty good. He didn't try to ape Kari's style, but they matched, and then Kari's back. And I thought this was a miniseries, but apparently it's ongoing. So they have some variant covers that are actually kind of cool. I usually hate variant covers, but some of these are actually kind of good. And then we just get right into the story, and he's doing the Ben Day Dots thing. probably as good as I've seen it done. Usually they make them just really overpowering, so it gives it a nice, like, this isn't like, well, what was I gonna say? This isn't trying to act like it's, it's a current comic in the good way, but it's doing a nice little. Oh, we are getting a little bit of moire there. Oops, it's difficult. It's difficult. We once had to do recolor a black and white comic entirely because the printers couldn't get the Zipatone, which is different than Ben-Day dots. But a cool, fun comic, and they have one or two of these every week, which is better than it used to be. So that's it. Better doesn't mean perfect, it just means improved. Weirdly, crazily enough, this is the only time I haven't hated Teresa Parker, Peter's sister, or maybe we should say sister, because of one of the revelations in this one, which she's actually not insufferable and does some cool stuff. But yeah, comics don't really need to be fixed anymore. I mean, Marvel needs to be improved, but so does everything. Like, I don't know, Raiders of the Lost Ark doesn't need to be improved, but basically everything else on Earth does. And improvement is good, and it should be lauded and applauded, and it shouldn't be sold out because you want some chump change AdSense revenue. But a good, fun comic. That's actually pretty cool right there. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Wow, that's actually, I mean, I noticed it was cool the first time, but kind of interesting. Kind of. Does anyone else see Dale Keown? Not the person, but his art style in this face? Interesting. Kari's always been a chameleon of sorts, not in copying other people's styles, but in having multiple styles. I wonder if he had I don't know, like a pit or something like that. Actually, that looks like Hulk. That looks like I see Dale Keown Hulk in this face right here. But a good, fun comic, which is what comics are supposed to be. So good job, Kari Andrews. Good job, Marvel. Keep up the good work. Keep improving. There's always going to be naysayers and shitheads who want to act like it's 2018 because they thought, look, I actually covered this like a couple weeks ago, and then I didn't upload it because I was just rambling too much. I was talking about like the rain. It was raining. It wasn't that interesting, but apparently at the time I thought it was really interesting. So I was just like, it's still raining. But if you miss 2018, you don't give a fuck about comics. Like, you don't give a damn about comics. 2018 sucked, both in the comics, out of the comics, in the industry. People just acting like fucking lunatics every day. Now that is incredibly rare, and that is what? Better. And better means what? Perfect? No. That was actually a bad guess. Better means improved. And this type of comic is improved over what we got 7 years ago when it was 2018. And I'm really happy about it. I'm very excited that this is an ongoing, and Kari is, I believe, still going to be working on it, because I thought this was a mini-series. That's the other thing these guys do. Everything that is good, like, somehow doesn't count. Like when they had Old Man Daredevil, which was freaking amazing. They're like, oh, that doesn't count. It's not the ongoing. It's like, what is this fake-ass rule? Mini-series don't count? Well, this is an ongoing, so it counts. Also, people encourage me to give that Punisher book like a fourth try. I keep bogging down in just the first few pages because, like, I'm not crazy about narration, although I do love that this is a picture of the printed comic. Oh my god, I love that so much. But, like, And this is like, even though it's kind of Tweety Bird on top, to me this is like the Punisher War Journal skull. But I don't know, man. Like, I feel like none of this is necessary. Like, it's a visual medium. You don't need all of this. I would literally have none of this. Like, none of the captions. And it would just be, oh, Frank's back. And he's, oh shit, what's going on? And then this is where I would start the captions. And it wouldn't be captions. It would be like Frank's thoughts. Like, what the fuck? Wasn't I on some other planet making up for my misdeeds? Oh, I guess I'm back in New York City. Looks like I killed all these guys. All right. Good on me. Like, this is where I would have started, like, the first caption. Again, it would have been one of those captions of his own narration. But anyway, you got that. You got this Captain America is good. I don't know why. Actually, I think I do know why. Because I do this a lot. If something is bad at the beginning, like, it's really hard to get over. Oh, this is trenchant for this video. Like, if the first 15 minutes of a movie aren't that great, like, it is almost impossible for me to like it the first viewing. Like, the second viewing, I'll be like, okay, it starts off kind of weak, but it finishes really strong. I don't know, man. I've been reading, like, the last 6 months of this Daredevil, and I'm seeing all these articles, like, it's, like, the worst Daredevil run ever. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it started bad, but it's been good lately. Yeah, I don't have anything besides that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye. Where's the button? There it is.